All right. Question 4 for section 2.1. Suppose a hamburger restaurant has ketchup, mustard, onions, and pickles as its possible toppings for a burger. You want to write a set in roster method for all the possible toppings. So remember, roster method means write an opening curly brace, and then I'm going to just abbreviate these. So I'm just going to do a K, M, O, and P for ketchup, mustard, onions, and pickles. Notice they're all separated by commas, and we closed off the curly brace. Now the next question, hopefully you thought about, says how many different topping combinations are possible? i.e., how many different burgers could you make? Now it gives us a hint that maybe it would be helpful to look at the next question first, and that we don't have to list everything. So let's look at that next question, question C. So it says, how is the previous question related to subsets? Well, if we think of some examples, well, like an example is I could do like a burger with ketchup and mustard, right? Or I could do like a burger with only onions. Well, if we think about those, we could represent each of those with a subset, right? This would be the subset of K and M, and this would be the subset with just O. So each burger combination is a subset. So really this question up top, question B, is really asking us how many subsets. So we have to remember how we answered that question. Well, it depended on the number of elements. So this one has N is 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. So then the number of subsets is 2 to the power of N, which means it's 2 to the power of 4, and 2 to the 4th is 16. So there would be 16 different burger combinations that we could make, which is pretty interesting to think about. Now in this next part, what we want to take a look at is how can we actually list all of those subsets from part A. So remember, a nice way to do this is to split it up by how many elements are in our subsets. So we can have ones with 0 elements. Now the set containing 0 elements is that empty set. So we'll list the empty set. We can have 1 element. There's lots of different options for this. So we could have like just ketchup, just mustard, just onions, or just pickles. So 4 different choices there. We could have 2 elements. So I could say do ketchup, comma, mustard, ketchup with onions, ketchup with pickles. So that's all the ones that have ketchup in it. Now let's keep going down the list. What about ones with mustard? Well, we already did mustard with ketchup. Now we can do mustard with onions. We can do mustard with pickles. So that's all the ones with mustard. Now we could look at onions. Well, we already did onions with ketchup and onions with mustard. Those were here and here. So now we just need onions with pickles. And pickles, we've already got all of its combinations listed. So that's kind of a nice systematic way. Just kind of start with the first element, pair it with everything after it, then go to the second one, everything after it, and the third one with everything after it, so on and so forth. Now for 3 elements, we can start to list those. So I've got like ketchup, mustard, onions. We could do ketchup, mustard, pickles. This one sometimes gets a little tricky to think about what we're keeping and making sure that we're finding them all. Notice, if I'm taking 3 of the elements, I'm leaving 1 out. So ketchup, mustard, onion leaves out pickles. Ketchup, mustard, pickles leaves out onions. Let's leave out mustard. So keep K, O, and P. And then let's leave out ketchup. So we'll have mustard, onions, pickles. Now we have to think, are there any more? Well, in the question part up above, remember we said that we should be finding 16 of these. So let's see what we found already. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Only 15. We have to think about what's left. Well, we could take all 4 elements. So that would be the ketchup, mustard, onions, pickles, burger. So really that's the burger with everything on it. Be fun to learn what your choice would be for burgers. Mine would definitely be the ketchup pickles burger, would be my choice personally. Now, looking at this next question, it says, how many proper subsets does the set from part A have? So we found that I had 16 total subsets. So now we have to remember proper subsets. Well, those are everything except the set that's equal. So it's that 2 to the n, all minus 1. Where here, remember, n was the number of elements, which was 4. So this will be 2 to the 4th minus 1. So 16 minus 1. If we're asking ourselves which ones are they, remember, it's everything except the one that is equal. So these would be our 15 proper subsets. Would be everything except KMOP. So as we take a look then at our last part to this question, it says which subset is not a proper subset. So remember, the one that's not a proper subset is the one that is equal. In this case, that would be KMOP. And it says in this question, what does that subset represent? Well, remember, each of these subsets, we said, represents a burger. So this is the burger that has everything. So this would be our everything burger. The burger with all 4 of the toppings on it.